Piece of the planet. You know what it is. A Piece of the Bishop chilling. And I'm really happy because I got my homie Notepad Wisdom. You got to go follow him on Instagram. This is one of my favorite people on IG. He's been on before. We often talk about crazy things, hip hop and jujitsu. This is going to be much more jujitsu based. My man, Sanjay from Manchester, my side to the west side. What's going on, man? How are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed every day. You know how we get down, man. You
Dude,
know how we get
I'm
down.
happy to
I
see
love
you.
you,
Happy
man.
to see you. Love you too, bro. It was so fun seeing you at Dream on
Mm.
Bradford. You know what I'm saying? And um, that was so fun, man. And being at
Yeah.
IMA earlier in the day. IMA. Shout out to IMA. Shout out to Liam Khan and everybody over there. You guys
Yes,
are dope.
yes.
Um, leads stand up. You know what I'm saying? So, all
Indeed.
right, we're gonna talk about a couple things that are important that are wrong in jujitsu right now. Um, and I also kind of want to talk about bad parenting in jiu-jitsu. I think it's a thing, bro.
Yeah, I
Like,
know it's a thing.
like there's bad parenting in the gyms, right? And then there's bad parenting at the tournament. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And then
Mm-hmm.
like I've been seeing a lot of who's the guy that runs that really dope school out of Scotland, Drake? I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's been really going off on clowning parents who run kid accounts. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like the kid's like, I had a tough first match, and then I expeditiously. Did you, Jimmy? Did you do that expeditiously? Cause that's a big ass word for a 9-year-old. And you're
Oh.
looking for sponsorship, bro? All
Yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
like, I
Yes.
kind of want to talk about it all, but I don't want to get in the way of your conversation.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have a drink sitting back there I have to pick up. It's hot. It's hot.
It's
It's hotter
hot.
where you're
Yeah.
at too, though, huh? Are you still getting
Yeah.
baked out?
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
deal?
Yeah.
It's all bad.
Yeah. We are living in the 90s, 96 degrees in the shade.
Damn, third world,
This
real
is
hot.
love, love,
You know
brother.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
on fire.
Real hot. Yeah, Jamaican Deeces in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really Jamaican and it's obvious. But the point is, I did kind of want to talk about one bigger thing than what you want to talk about, which
We
is
go in there.
which is I actually think it is the single most important event in the history of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
He said it.
I'm talking about King Charles going to the Roger Gracie Academy in Hammersmith, London.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, dude,
Yeah.
the King of England went to the Roger Gracie Academy. Shout out to the Roger Gracie Academy. Shout out to
Salute all day.
Mauricio. Shout out to Roger. Shout out to Benjamin Gillen Phillips. Shout out to my boy Jordan, who introduced me to the whole team. Give it, yeah. And shout out to Gentle Art Apparel, which you should be
Mm.
purchasing ASAP. You know what I mean? In fact, the only reason I'm wearing this is like, bro, I'm normally rocking General Apparel, and I just wore it the other day, and I was like, don't smother them with the General Apparel, even though General Art, even though you rock it all the time. So I just wanted to break it up with some, you know what I'm saying, some world history real quick.
Yeah. The second greatest heavyweight of all time.
Hey, listen right now, if you think, bro, let me tell you right now, dog. And
He
I love you
is.
so much. This is insane. I don't know why you would even say anything that reckless on Bishop Chronicles
It's,
while I'm wearing the shirt. You're
yeah,
tripping. You're tripping.
because I'm that dude. I will just pull you up and just that's because I'm that guy. Like I just run up in your house and just be like,
No,
"This is
you need to start with who are you talking about?
Joe Frazier." I'm Joe Frazier.
Hey,
Who
hey, bro.
beat
Hey,
Muhammad
hey.
Ali
This
up
fool is
the backside.
also is a comedian. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, we can get into this. Not
No, we
now.
can't. Muhammad Ali, there is no, there's nothing. What do you? Well, we can get into this. We'll have to do this. We'll save another show for here. Debate beginning and ending. Is this thing on? Muhammad Ali.
I know you love it when I come with my
Fuck
crooked
out of here,
messages.
bro.
I know you love it when I come with my crooked opinions.
Don't
I,
do this, bro. You
hey,
always try to be on some against the grain ass shit just to piss people
no,
off, which
no,
I
no,
recognize because I'm that guy too. So
yeah, no.
I meet my match. But no, Muhammad
No,
Ali, dog.
I can back it up with facts, but we get into this another time.
Let's talk about the king first because you're gonna piss me off. I started on a good thing, and then here you are. All right.
Here I am, coming with spit my bullshit. I,
Oh my
so,
god.
I mean, the first thing is he's obviously, with him being ex-military as well, or affiliated with the military. That whole reorg situation,
Reorg.
reorg, and shout out to reorg, man. The work they do for people is unbelievable, man. Saving lives, changing lives. But yeah, for us, uh, it was amazing. It was just absolutely amazing to think that something, this art that we do, this thing that we do, has now got to royal levels. I'm probably wrong, but I think you should put this out there on socials. I don't know of another time when a dignitary has done that. It probably has happened, but I don't know of a time.
I'm
So
only gonna
Prime
believe it
Ministers,
was made.
presidents.
Who was it that did jujitsu from? Was it President Roosevelt? We had a president who did jujitsu. He has
Oh,
that quote about the man in the arena. I think he did Japanese jujitsu. So
who
I
did?
think that's it. I can't
Yeah,
think of anything like you know.
yeah, yeah. Dignitaries, presidents, prime ministers, kings, queens. So I don't.
But what if not? Because here's what I'm wondering: like when jujitsu was less popular, it wouldn't have meant as much.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
So let's just say Obama, had Brazilian barbecue with Alio. No one would know.
yeah. Nobody would know. I think the reorg thing is also had played a big factor in it,
Shout out
which
to
is a
Reorg
good
for
thing.
real though.
Yeah, again,
And
all day,
Frankie
man.
Pulitzer, know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
word.
100%. And I think that had a big thing to do with it, which is great. But ultimately, the reason, as I understand it, from reading through the stuff, he it was a very random thing for him to do. He literally just kind of went, "Oh, I want to check out this jujitsu thing," and just made it happen. So yeah, man, it's amazing for our industry of what we do that we're
It's
now at
incredible.
those
I think
levels.
it's the single greatest thing to happen in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu ever. I've been to the Roger Gracie Hammersmith Academy to kick it with Jordan and to kick it with Ben, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I met Mauricio and Roger once in passing, nothing too deep, but bro, that academy is lit. It should
Hmm.
be a global destination for everybody who does jujitsu just to say you went there. You need to just see how they run the class. You know what I'm saying? Peep how everything goes. Like it's really dope, bro. And everybody there is chill. It's I can't think of a bigger event. And I've gone there and trained before and the team is incredible. Everybody's chill. Um and I'll tell you what the rumors. I'll just tell you what I heard. You know what I'm saying?
All right, all right, yeah, yeah.
Is this the thing? Is decent? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Here's what I heard though. So what I heard is
Uh-huh.
that he is about to do a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu event in the grand style of UFC 250.
Who's this, Charles?
Yeah, that the king is going to do a Jiu-Jitsu event of massive proportions, of unprecedented whatnots to rival the posh and circumstance that we find at the Abu Dhabi Combat Club. So
Well,
I don't think people even realize right now this could be almost the end of Abu Dhabi because if King Charles comes in, right, and Victor Estima was there too, right? Shout out to
yeah,
Victor Estima. I mean, Braulio. I'm tripping. Braulio Estima was
yeah, 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 bro, yeah.
right. Braulio, right? What I'm saying is, that means GB is going to be involved, right? Like, come on. So if
Mm.
GB plugs into the British kingdom, they're going to be able to do stuff that makes Abu Dhabi look like nothing, fool. Like insto. You know what I'm saying? And who's not trying to fight in that? my knees are trash. I'll fight tonight, okay, at Buckingham Palace, bro, with anybody. I'll fight Roger. You know,
I'll see you there.
like, and I know that's like a 30-second roll, but if, but because Roger would dice me instantly. But that's not the point. The point is that I would take the fight in the kingdom. That's the point.
I'll go with you.
Yeah. Will you
And
just take
if I
my
win,
body to the mosque?
I'll go with you.
He
But
was rolling with Roger.
if I beat you, you have to wear a Joe Frazier t-shirt.
This will never happen. Listen,
What, me beat you or what?
I mean,
Both?
it's both. Like I'm
Yeah,
saying both.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah.
both.
You are a
But
black man.
but you know what? I mean, I don't know, dude. Your shit is evolutionary. But I do want to say, I do want to say, it is. So you know, anybody can get caught. You know, I'm an old man. You know what I'm saying? But you got skill. You growing. You know what I'm saying? So listen though, it's because Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has the king over there and the president over here with UFC 250, whatever you think about it, right? Like, bro, like this is world history right now. Now, to be true, this is the absolute formation of the bread and circus strategy developed by the Romans. And I admit that I too have fallen for it. I am enjoying the circus, and I have never been mad at a piece of sourdough. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
like, I admit, yeah, bread and circus of the Romans, I get it too. But, bro,
but
jujitsu at Buckingham Palace, like,
if I
I'm
hear
here
anything, I
for
will
all
tell
of
you.
it. I
Yeah,
know. I got people that are like, damn, Deese is going out right now.
yeah,
Hey, listen, we all got our, you know what I'm saying, our points, bro. I'm in. This shit is lit. Um,
yeah.
but because that's the case, we need to talk about this on the real.
Mm,
Like, we can't take jujitsu in the Buckingham Palace and the White House with the horrible ethical framework we have in jujitsu right now. There's scandals aplenty.
yes,
You hear
there
me?
are.
There's
Yes.
so many people in scandals in jujitsu right now. I legit don't even know them all. I'm like, who?
Mm,
Who is
mm,
Scarpazio Van Lucio? I don't know. But that fool
mm,
is in trouble. I can tell you he's
mm.
in trouble. And I'm like, I don't even know that team. I don't even, right? It's all the time. Look, man, we've got to do something about this. I have always said that because Brazilian Jiu Jitsu works, it needs a faster ethical framework that can be put into it. Because if Jiu Jitsu could make you fairly dangerous in 6 months if you just train 2 days a week, but I can't make you respect humanity. I can't make you like not want to be racist or anti-Muslim or anti whatever. You know what I'm saying? Black, white, whatever you choosing, right? I can't. I can train you in violence way faster than I can train you to have a heart and a
Yeah,
brain
yeah,
and use
yeah.
both and have
Yeah.
empathy and respect people who live, pray, eat, love, whatever. Don't pray like you think everybody should. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this really
Mm-hmm.
bothers me, dog. But like, I don't even know where to start in this thing, man. Like, what do you think? Where do we start? And what was your original thing you was gonna say about the parents? Let's start with that. Because you
You
called me
want to
about
start with
2
parents?
months ago, and you were like, remember, you was like, "Oh, I don't like the what's happening at that." What was it, parents, or was it the way the tournaments, or what? Like, break down your original beef, and then let's just keep griping.
My original beef. I got enough beef. Um, parent my daughter trains. She's very good.
Very good.
She's going to kill us all at some point. We're all just going to die.
Yeah, she's pretty
Um,
dangerous, bros.
yeah, she's a problem.
Judo and
But
jujitsu.
yeah, she is a problem.
It's pretty lit.
Um, yeah. So we're in a. I just find that when I am a lowly blue belt, so when I take my daughter to tournaments, and even the times when I corner her, I do not corner her on her techniques because she has got multi-stripe black belts, world-class brown belts that teach her classes.
Right.
What do I know as a blue belt that they don't know? Nothing. Okay, let's just put that out there. So
Okay.
I do not feel, as somebody that is asked to corner my daughter on occasion, to tell her what to do. Furthermore, I'll tell you a story. We
I
went
feel like
to,
that might be a little shenanigans because you have a lot of opinions about jujitsu every day of the week, and and it's not like you don't know anything about fighting, and you should tell her to do something. You sit there quiet. Is that what you're telling me?
yeah, and you can see the footage. There's footage of me cornering my daughter, and I'll be like this. I don't even move. You see pictures of me when I'm cornering or when people have filmed the fight, and I would just sit there like this the whole time. I will not move, and I'll just talk. We talk afterwards about things that have happened, but while she's fighting, I don't bother her because I've seen kids, and this comes to my point. But I remember a story once about Alex Ferguson, the Man United manager, and him
Mhm.
saying he never went when we did the Man United stadium tour. He never went into the players' dressing rooms before a fight, before a football
Before
match.
game, yeah.
Everybody's like, why? Why don't you do a team talk? He said, well, there's no point me telling them anything. If they haven't learned it in training and they're not ready for it in the match, there's nothing I'm going to say is going to make them better today. They should have
Hey,
already
I
done it in
tend to
training.
believe that there is such a thing. I think when people are down, I think that especially like moods can be infectious. So
Yeah,
like team morale rather can be down, and then you can be like, "Hey y'all, fuck the world." Remember when Tupac whooped you at? Yeah, well, it's
yeah,
ambitions of a rider and make everybody run out. Like
yeah,
I think that's the thing. But by and large, I think you're right.
yeah. Now, to that point, I don't coach my daughter's technique. I coach her emotions because I'm dad.
Mm,
So when she is struggling, I'll be like, come on now, let's go. She had a tournament a couple of weeks ago where she started slow against a kid and the kid
mhm,
walked through her. And after the fight, I didn't, I'm doing my thing, I'm coaching like this. And
mm,
then, after the fight, I sat her down to one side and I went, look, honestly, I said, I have to talk to you like dad now. That was awful. You are capable of more than that. That's unacceptable. You started slow. Once the kid got into a strong position, you were done.
yeah,
Okay. And that's not acceptable, right? You are capable. And we had the dad conversation. It was a calm but gentle conversation, but
yeah,
firm. And then she went and ran the next three fights. So I do not believe that unless you're a certain rank as a parent, you have any business coaching your child when it comes to the techniques and the maneuvers. You can coach their emotions because they are your child. You know them better than anybody on the planet. These are two separate distinctions. And that's what I'm very, very firm. Now, one of the other things, and this goes back to something you just said about as well, is when I have seen kids lose fights because the parents are screaming so much. What do you say, Dad? What do you say?
oh, dude,
You know
that
what I
happened
mean?
to one of my students in a tournament.
Yeah,
I was only really sad that it wasn't on video because it was hilarious, right? Where it's like all they had to do is stay present, and they looked at me like, "Hey, what do I do?" And the we're like, "Bam," and just like ran him down. And I was like, "Dude, if
pay
I'm
attention.
ever talking to you, look at the fighter, dog. Don't
Yeah,
don't look
attention.
at me." It was hilarious. They ended up
Yeah,
winning the match, I think, but that's not the point. It was funny.
yeah, pay
But kids
attention.
do. Like they'd be on their back like this,
What, where? Yeah, like a
trying to like, you
lost
know what I mean?
kitten.
I'm like, bro, who cares?
Yeah,
Your
and
mom
what?
doesn't do jujitsu, bro.
There you go.
And
There you
even
go.
if
And
she does, though, like
yeah,
you're in the fight, dog.
yeah. So I don't. So all of that, everything you just said in summation is how I feel about it. And I just think the other thing, the other thing as well is parents who have done a bit of jujitsu. I've this is something that I've witnessed.
Okay.
So let's say somebody like me, like a blue belt dad,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I'm a very average blue belt, right? I'm not gonna gas myself up like I'm
He's got
literally a
he's
five.
he's he's
I'm a
undercutting, but it's a
no, no, I'm a 5 out of 10 blue belt
we're
at
gonna
that.
let you ride. Just keep going.
Yeah, yeah, me and my bullshit. So um the and I sometimes hear parents going, well, okay, do that move. Oh, she's passing your guard, quick, stick the triangle on. He's passing your guard, quick, put the armbar. I'm going, wait, hold on. Let me just get this straight. You want them to stick a triangle on whilst they're already in a back take with a seatbelt.
And you're
How
like,
does
yo, dog, what are you talking about?
how does that work? Or they come out with the most absolute total nonsense where they go, "We'll do this mover," and you go, "This never going to happen." And I first noticed this. I watched my daughter in side control on this girl, right, and the side control was evil. Right. So my daughter's locked this kid up, and her side control, the way she does it is she goes to like a very north-south
Kind of
position.
diagonal type vibe and drives
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. And so the legs are far away.
I know the vibes.
Yeah. And this coach or the dad is literally screaming, "Oh, you gotta turn and get your knee in." The knee is about 6 feet away,
It's
right?
not
And my
happening,
daughter's in,
dog. The crush is
yeah.
on.
And I actually had, well, I literally stared this dad down, and he was, "You gotta get your knee." I'm going,
Yeah,
"Why?
that's
No,
yeah,
what? It doesn't, you know what
that
I mean?"
he can't train, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what's crazy? Okay, keep talking, but something happened to me the other day. I need to tell you. Go ahead.
It just, yeah, just that. So shut up and just let the kid do the work and then diagnose it afterwards. Okay. I regularly do this with my daughter. We will go through the fights. We go, what did you do well? What didn't work so well? Okay, these are the things that work well. This is how we're going to keep doing them well. These are the things that didn't
Yeah,
work. Let's go to work on these because there's some gaps here that we need to now fix. Okay, fine.
yeah.
That's it. Over to you, sir.
No, that all makes sense. That all tracks. That all tracks. So a couple months ago, I was with some kids in a class, and a kid I normally don't talk that much to. We were talking. It was hilarious because we always like, hey, what's up, da da da. But you know what I mean? Not necessarily we chat. You know what I mean? Other kids
Mm,
sometimes tend to be more chatty than others, or whatever. But in this day, it was like me and him were always cool. We were just like, oh,
mm,
what for real? Yeah, da 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 da. And then he said, I said, oh yeah, so and so had a good role earlier, and they were like, yeah, um, his parents tell him to go hard. I said,
mm-hmm,
what, dude? He was like, yeah, yeah, he told me. So I think that well, I know that that's why he's thugging so hard. And it's
mm,
so weird, right? Because as a parent, I'm sitting here saying, like, sometimes the kids be goofing, dog. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
it's like, hey, yo, man, I'm not doing all this so you can get knocked out, leaving the rec center. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Over a football game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, and the kid who is going hard has never hurt anybody. So
Fair enough.
I can't be mad at that instructions because the outcome is a safe roller. You know what I'm saying? He's game. It's gonna be a long day, but you know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at that. What do
Yeah.
you think of that? Is that good, bad, indifferent?
I think as long, like you said, as long as the environment is safe and it's being portrayed, this kid, we've had a couple of kids. I've seen a couple of kids before just go completely nuts. That's not a good position to be in. But in some ways, you have to kind of. I mean, I'm not in a position where I'm going to tell anybody how to parent their child. Right? I tell myself how to parent my child.
Word is
Okay.
bond.
Now, yeah. Now, I'm assuming that the parents of this kid have looked at their kid and gone, "Do you know what? Go hard. We trust you enough to do
Mm,
it in a safe way."
that's true
Because
because the kid is actually chill. Like he's not one of those
there you go.
like yeah, he's not one of the wild kids at all. Like at all.
Yeah.
But he gets respect for thugging, you feel me?
Yeah, yeah. So maybe his parents have recognised that and gone, actually, do you know what? He's sensible enough, or we trust his judgment.
Yeah. Just
Do
thug
your
out,
thing.
boy.
And don't get it twisted. I have had,
It's either thug out or return on investment, right?
yeah,
Like either way, dog, you better start showing up.
yeah, yeah. Turn up or don't. And don't get it twisted, man. I've had. There are some kids sometimes that my daughter has gone to class with, and my daughter's going to roll with them, and I've looked at her on the side of the mat, and she's looked at me, and I've just gone,
Yeah,
it's
you're
that
about to.
time. It's that time. That kid, because my daughter's had this in class. She's had, for example, some boys say, "Oh, you're easy."
You couldn't throw me. Woo woo.
Yeah, yeah. She's had the boys come up to her, for example, who are a bit bigger than her and older, and just gone, "This is going to be easy roll." And my daughter's gone. She's looked at me, and I've looked at her and gone, "Over to you then."
Turn it
And
on.
and I've given her that look of like, now all bets are off.
Turn
because
it
he
on.
basically called you out. Now, two things are going to happen. He's either going to regret it or he's going to be very good at what he does and he's
Hmm.
going to take you out. Now, if he takes my daughter out, we will go back to the drawing board.
You know
And
what I
you go,
mean? And that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
that's fine. That
Um,
is fine.
what do you think about these ADCC tournaments though? And what do you think about if they're good for the culture? I'm gonna just say now, I think they were the greatest thing for the culture, and somehow they devalued themselves into this weird amateur-esque blood sport thing. Now, at the highest level, we all want to fight in Abu Dhabi. We all want to get the letter and the thing from Sheikh Tanoon. We all want, you know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
when I see at the trials and the opens, um, you know, teams clearing benches and shoving around, all kinds of dumb stuff during the tournament, coaches trying to fight coaches, parents trying to fight other kids. Like, it's really sad, bro. Like, I hate it. Now, hold on a second. I gotta
Yeah.
go get some more kombucha. The floor is yours. Just talk. I'll be back. I'll be back.
I mean, so my daughter competed at ADCC, and the girl that she lost against was similar level. It was a good fight. It was a very, very good fight. She was very, very good. She was coached very well, and I felt that her team and her as a fighter were very respectful. And I think they did. I feel like they did everything the correct way. But as with all things, I think once things start to get prestigious and a label starts to affect those things, and the title becomes the sole focus, people start to do things in order just to get that title. So, one of the things I've witnessed, for example, and I wouldn't just say in ADCC, but in other big tournaments here within the UK, and I'm going to focus it on kids in particular, is I've seen coaches coaching their kids to win and not necessarily be good at jiu-jitsu. So as an example, my daughter had a fight once at a tournament where she got swept and was 2 points down. And then for the next 4.5 minutes, she was stuck in this girl's close guard. Now, my daughter was doing the active things, trying to escape that close guard, but the other girl's coaching team was screaming at this girl, just screaming at this girl, hold her in, hold her in, hold her in. They didn't even suggest that she might go for a sweep or a sub, which was available at that time. Those sweeps and subs were available because of the way my daughter was moving. She could have got taken out at any time. But the coaches were constantly just sitting there going, no, 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 don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. And I think my whole thing is once something becomes more about the name, this is ADCC, this is
Mm,
IBJJF, this is NAGA,
mm.
all of this stuff, people start to place more emphasis on getting that than they do them being good at jiu-jitsu. Now, I'll make a statement here. I'm not really bothered. Now, my daughter will win some tournaments, she'll lose some tournaments. But what can I say this? I will pat myself on the back, and I will give myself credit if at the age of 60 my daughter is still on the mat. Because I also know of young kids, and I'm keeping it to kids in particular,
Yeah.
who have won ADCC, who have won IBJJF, and the parents take them around the world and do this and the other.
Mm,
And as soon as
mm.
they hit 16, the kid just goes, I'm not bothered
Yeah.
anymore. So now, if you get into a fight with my daughter when she's 40 and you're 40, and you haven't trained for 20 years, who's going to win that fight?
Yeah.
So what are you trying as a parent? And this is a question asked to parents. When you take your kids to martial arts, what are you trying to raise? Are you trying to raise a black belt, or are you trying to raise somebody who's going to win tournaments? Because for me, they are two very, very vast things.
I think a lot of
Very,
times they just want to get the kid some self-defense, and I don't think they care about
that's
college that
okay.
much.
And
And I
that's
think
okay.
sometimes others, how can I say it? I think others bring their kids for discipline issues. And they're
Mm,
like, I can't discipline them, so I'm a just, you know what I'm saying? Like
you do.
I noticed as a parent, uh, well, when my son was young, bro, like even though he was young, like he still had like some discipline issues, you feel me? And putting him in
Mm,
judo was the perfect thing. I mean, it's great because they learn to listen without it being you. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? When the
mm,
sensei's like, everybody line up and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And that impacted my son, man, like 100%. And I've seen it
yeah,
impact other kids too. And parents be like, hey, this is cool. But I think in regards to comp, you're absolutely right. Like 100%.
yeah, yeah. I think and this is again, this is only anecdotal experience from me. Other parents will have other views that they should share and they should comment on. Um, I just find that there's so much the kids. Some of these kids are being coached only to win. But I know
Or harm sometimes.
all
They be
harm
acting like, oh,
sometimes.
go ahead and like that girl at ADCC Open in Atlanta. Remember who went limp from that triangle
Mm,
choke? Remember, she was all melting. The ref was like not doing nothing. Um, says she sustained injuries to her neck, shoulder, and elbow before anyone
yeah.
intervened. I think the refing, something's going on with the refing at ADCC. I think there's something also in the structure of the org, meaning I don't care whether it's IBJJF, ADCC, whatever. There needs to be ethics clauses in every contract that happens, right? And the refs need to enforce what's on the paper, right? Like I ain't gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it any institutions. I'm gonna say nobody. But what I will say is that some of these orgs, they let certain people get away with certain things at certain times, and it's not okay. We gotta call the point if it's really a point, bro. Just call the
It,
point, right?
I don't
Or
know.
people
I
be
don't
like,
know.
oh, I gotta give an advantage. Like that little petty corruption. It's not big corruption, it's petty
Mm,
corruption. Bro, if you can't be a fair ref because you got your black belt from the same person, 20 years, bro, don't
mm.
ref. If you can't be impartial, don't ref, man. If you can't be an honest ref, right? When people are paying a thing, and a lot of times when it's kids, bro, just like don't be a weirdo over a kids match, bro, because that's your sensei's sensei. That's weird.
I can think of it, and on that, following on from that as well. Um, I do think there needs to be more formal refereeing standards. So, if you hypothetically, if you're going to be a soccer referee or football, as it's called in this country, you need to go through a coaching course and you need to
Right,
get your qualification too, right? Even
right.
refereeing at the kids level. Now, granted, it's great that some of the refs in the tournaments that I go to are volunteers.
Yeah,
They run their own clubs, they're coaches,
right.
they're high level brown belts, black belts, whatever, and that's absolutely fantastic. But what it does do, it means that the standard of refereeing is very irregular, and it's not always
Irregular, brother.
yeah because they're volunteers. Now, I can think of at least three occasions, three occasions when my daughter has had a submission on, and I've been so close to jumping on the mats and pulling my daughter off the other competitor because the referee's not calling the submission, and I don't want the other person to get hurt. I've
Bro,
been
that
like
stuff is scary, dog.
this, yeah. And so, and but that is, and then when you talk to the referees afterwards, some of them are purple belts, some of them have been training, and I think for me, if we're going to do this, there's got to be some formality around the training process for referees. It cannot be interpretation. Otherwise, you might as well just get me to do it. And what
Hey,
the
I
hell
ain't
do
gonna
I?
lie, dog. When I'm in the UK and I go to all of the little Empire grapplings and whatever's,
Mm.
bro, like, oh, man, fools are gonna hate me, bro. I think that your events are ran smoother in general.
Mm.
In general, your events run smoother. And I'm not saying it hasn't happened because maybe I haven't been around enough, but I have never seen like even an almost brawl between jujitsu schools at any jujitsu event I've gone to, gi, no gi, whatever. I've never
In
seen
the
like,
UK,
yeah, not in the UK,
yeah,
but
we're a bit more chill.
but in the Bay, dog,
Yeah,
I've seen a little bit.
yeah, but y'all carry guns, man.
And then like I just think that I don't know, dog. I just think that at the end of the day, like the institutions that run these big things need to lay down clear ethics expectations of coaches and ethics expectations of fans. This is a combat sport.
Yeah,
So sit your ass down, dad. I don't
yeah,
care if you wrestled in high school. Sit
yeah,
your
yeah,
ass
yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
mom, who's vicariously living through your kid, relax.
Yeah,
She's
chill.
the one with the skill, not you. Right. And like, give them space, bro. It's so weird, but I understand it because it might, with everything that's going on in the game, maybe as a parent, you're like, man, I don't care. I'm gonna be over involved because
Mm.
y'all are weirdos and I can't trust you yet. So I'm in the building all the time.
Yeah, and this links on to something that I think we should come to before I touch on to the point,
Yeah.
which links back to everything. But you, in certainly when there's competing in judo tournaments, and I was watching my daughter compete in judo tournaments as well. If the referees feel like there's too much noise coming from the side of the mat, they will stop the fight in the middle and go, "Stop it,
Mm,
enough." Right. Otherwise, I'm going to disqualify your competitor. That needs to stop.
what?
I've seen judo referees in tournaments that I've been to, competed in, and that my daughter has competed in, where the referee has stopped a fight and gone, one more word out of you, dad, one more noisy comment out of you, mum, and your competitor. I'm going to disqualify your competitor.
Whoa,
Keep your mouth shut. And they
whoa.
will do it. The dad's gone off and gone, "Whoa," and gone, right, we're done. And that's it. And you're out. And this is, and
D,
not,
come
and
on
that,
now. I
yeah.
don't think our refs would even do it, bro, because they be too shook.
Well, this goes back to it. The referees at the judo tournaments were nearly all black belts. And there's a very, very formal coaching
You know what?
process.
I have noticed, man. Look, my general theory is all of the mayhem, and I don't think I'm the first person to say this like at all, but all the mayhem we find in jujitsu is because Jigoro Kano works so hard, bro. When I read that book,
Mm,
Mind Over Muscle by Jigoro Kano,
mm,
it's such a good book, but what you really learn is how hard he worked to shake out what the hell it is they were doing,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like, what are we doing? Right? And they
yeah.
worked so hard on it that they don't have these problems like a fraction of the time. And then plus, I also think American wrestling is getting out of pocket, like the RAF things. Like dudes be clearing the bench on that. And I'm like, bro, like when I was looking at I don't know who it was in the last RAF getting ready to fight, but it's always somebody. It might have been, it doesn't matter because I don't really remember. But the point is, bro, like, I really love, Dan Gable and you know what I'm saying,
Mm.
all that. And so like when I read his books and I listen and I look at his things, I said, Dan Gable would never run onto a mat,
Hell no.
right? I was thinking about all my favorite real dope American wrestlers, and I was like, they would never do that. And I was like, what's happening, bro? Cause like the respect, like everything's defaulting to neo hood shit,
Mm.
right? Well, if you don't like it,
Yeah,
we're
what
gonna
you want?
just go to fisticuffs. I'll kick
Yeah.
your ass, man. What the hell? Like, come on, dude. We can't live like this, bro. Just because it's jujitsu, just because it's no gi, just because it's Abu Dhabi, bro. But again, this is why I say we need more deliberate and intentional ethical teaching in jujitsu. Everybody says I'm wrong, and then we keep having these kind of arguments.
I don't think you are wrong at all. And part of that ethics should be as well protecting our children from the world of social media. So we circle it back to the beginning. This whole, again, I've seen kids turning up with like sponsored this and sponsored that, and Instagram accounts for the, little Timmy, little Jane BJJs. I said this a couple of months ago and it wound a few people up. So unless you're a black belt, you should not be adding BJJ to the end of your social media handle.
Oh man, it's so weird, right? Because
Don't do that.
here's the thing, and I swear to God, I was thinking about this last week. I was swiping around and somebody had whatever BJJ at the end of their thing, and I said, "Aren't they like a white belt
White
or a
belt.
blue belt
Yeah,
or something?"
exactly.
Right?
What do you
But
know?
here's the thing, though. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was like, I mean, it's not like they run a school, but it's probably an easier way to find to ensure that other people who like jujitsu know you do too, kind of a thing, right? I see his thing bloop because I know he likes jujitsu. Maybe that's why he does it, not like I'm the G, but that I'm a fan of this thing. Like it was like, Ricky Snyder baseball, like he's not on the damn Mets.
Okay, so what? Should I put mayonnaise at the end of my handle?
Come on, don't do that. You're overdoing it. You
Well,
deserve a yellow card for that alone.
cheese.
You deserve
Notepad
a yellow
wisdom
card.
underscore
You
cheese.
deserve a red card for the Fraser comment earlier, but I'll give you a yellow for this shit right here. This fool said
Everybody now
no
knows I like mayonnaise.
Fraser, bro.
Yeah, I have a point. I do. I can.
That's
By the time I finish my point, you'll go. I understand where you're coming from. But anyway, I would. Yeah, I. I mean, we in the UK have just put the 16-year-old ban in, like Australia has. So
yeah.
no
Let
social
let
media.
uh let let folks know because I have a feeling some do, but I think most don't.
Yeah. Okay. So in the UK, Australia was the first to trial this. There's no social media before the age of 16. Your phone is your social media accounts are effectively banned,
Lit.
except messaging like WhatsApp, so TikTok, Instagram, blah blah blah, whatever.
Hey, I'm not
Now,
even playing. Think about this, and I like everybody's gonna get mad, but I'm serious. Do y'all realize how much human trafficking just took a serious hit?
yeah, no,
Like
100%.
it,
Yeah,
you realize how much human
yeah,
trafficking just took a serious hit.
yeah, and everything else that goes with it
Oh my
too.
god,
Yeah,
that's so good. Keep going. I had to say
yeah,
it.
no, I fully agree. And for us, me and my wife had already decided with both of our kids that you're not having so you can have phones, but you're not going to have social media until you're 16 anyway. Now the UK has introduced that as a law. So when I go to these tournaments and the parents are busy clicking away on their kids' Instagram account of like this is me they're doing this, that, and the other, and posting pictures of medals, whatever. It's your business, it's your child. I get that. I personally feel ultimately what you're also doing is putting an unintentional target on that kid's back for two reasons. Because first of all, you don't know who's following that account, right? So some kid out there, some older kid in the school might be going, "Oh, you do jujitsu," and
Yeah,
then I seen you do this, which can happen.
that's
And then the
hey,
other,
that's real.
yeah, it is. And then the other side of it, I just think what I find really interesting is like with all things in social media, mostly with adults included, we post the good stuff. Very rarely do you, because I do it all the time. I post, you know what, I was in class today and I was dog dirt. It was terrible and I was rubbish. On to the next one. Right. You go through these kids' Instagram accounts and it's all win, 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 win. Okay, look,
Yeah.
I'm sure my daughter just put you away. Why is that not being
Not put her away.
yeah, just ended broke just snapped you up. What I don't see the footage of this on your IG story somehow.
Yeah, there's no balance, right? There's no
There's no balance.
balance.
There's no balance. So what do we teach? I just find it. I've seen kids with custom gis, custom rash guards, which is fine.
I
You
think
know,
it's kind of lit. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, that is my daughter has a custom gi. To be fair,
They had a
you know,
kid the other day. He pulled up in a sick ass gi with his hair braided up, and I was like, I bet that fool feels like he hella popular. Like you could tell, blood. Like you know what I'm saying? Had the old English in the back. He's like, I was like, this little G's out here right now. Like it's kind of fresh. You know what I mean? That
that,
you can be that cool, that young
yeah,
in your own
that's
little hood for jujitsu. That's lit.
that's one thing I would change. If I could change anything, I would allow because right here in the UK, the tournaments have to be certain color gis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, black, white, and blue, right?
Okay.
If I could change one thing, I would allow the kids to wear
Any
whatever color gis they want. Make it as fresh, make it colorful, go crazy. It's just fun.
I think it depends. Like I think at IB, I mean, when I go to Jiu-Jitsu tour, which is the main one that I go to, or else Jiu-Jitsu World League, both of which are run pretty good. What was I gonna say? I lost my damn thought, bro.
Colored gis.
Color Geese, I think BJJ tour allows them all, but I don't think
Mm.
IBJJF does. I think it's like yours, like
Yeah,
white, black, and blue, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I
at
mean,
the top level.
I guess, man. Like, I think that, it's such a weird thing, right? Because on one hand, jujitsu is and should be about structure and uniformity and things like that. But after a certain point, it's important, it's imperative that it becomes a personal expression,
And
a
fun.
personal
Yeah.
expression. So whether that person's wearing a sick ass gi that got rhinestones on it or whatever, or whether they're wearing just like a straight white gi to look OG. Like, who cares, blood? Like, I think that's important. I think that the uniformity, the structure is important at first, so you can kind of fall in line so that you
Yeah,
can be free. Ooh,
yeah,
bars, fall in line so that you can be free. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
ooh.
Write that down.
Mm.
I mean, all I know is I have to say, and the other reason I think you're right, you have to put your own stuff. I mean, I've got some cool rash guards,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
funky moves,
yeah,
but
yeah.
ultimately, in the end, as I always say, I don't, I can't think of an occasion when I've been under someone's S mount, dying, and I've gone, that's a nice colour on the hem of that gi. I
Mm.
think the stitching is lovely on that whilst I'm dying. I'm kind of just not really
Is that
concerned.
double reverse embroidery or is it some?
I'm just going, can I breathe? Am I allowed to, can we get off my collarbone? Perhaps, maybe? No? Okay, all right, fine.
Hey, but
Well,
you know what's hella D blood? I think it's in the Hagakure. It says something like, when you're on the field of battle and like somebody has like extra like bird feathers or whatever in
yeah,
their
yeah,
helmet,
yeah.
he's like, there's always somebody on your team that's like, I'm gonna kill the guy with bird feathers,
With a big
right?
feather.
And I think that there is a bit of a risk when you like start trying to have like I did a thing a while ago where I said, at least in America,
I know what you're
the,
going
the
to
dangerous girls aren't the ones with the braids that go back when they have
say.
color, dog. If there's pink in there, if there's electric blue, okay? If there's bright red,
Yeah.
if there's like, oh, don't let it be like a flag color. You get
Yeah.
blue and white interwoven with the hair. Yo, those girls always bring the ruckus. That's like, when you see a colored snake and you're or like that poisonous frog.
Yeah, yeah,
Look, when the girls have that, oh, that's a poisonous frog. You're about to fight for real. Like, I don't
yeah.
care. If you see a girl with them cornrow things and them box braids and they got color in them,
Leave them.
she's gonna bring the ruckus. Your son might need some ice. You know what I'm talking about? As soon as hey yo, I'm telling you, I was at a BJJ tour thing. Told I told my boy, I said, hey bro, I want you, I want you to look around and I want you to, he's a photographer. And I was like, I was like, just go ahead and look at all the kids with the hair and let's see how many of them have medals. I want you to pay
Yeah,
attention.
yeah, yeah.
And so
Let's do a
yeah,
case study.
yeah. So he's a photographer. He goes around, um, and he shows me a thing where he had all the girls with colored hair hold their medals in a circle, and he was like above the circle, and you could
Yeah,
just
yeah,
see all
yeah,
the
yeah.
yo man. I'm telling you, it's a thing, bro. It's a thing,
Yeah.
and I think it's a good thing that kids learn understand how to defend themselves. I told my kids we got a big BJJ tour thing coming up. Shout out BJJ tour. Shout out Alvin Medina and Alvin Medina photography. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said, hey, I want you guys to sign up for this tournament for real, and I want you to try. And I said, because summer's almost over. And then what do
Mm.
you want to say? Like, what'd you do this summer? Oh, I ate cereal and watched a bunch of anime. I
Yeah.
was like, anybody could do that. You're gonna be able to say, yo, I went and fought down by the beach in Santa Cruz and we won. Or I
Mm.
went and fought down by the beach in Santa Cruz and I totally got choked or armbarred. But it was
Barbette.
crazy. And then yeah, but then it was crazy. And then we had, right, you gotta live this life, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm excited to see these kids go, bro, because I just really love seeing kids discover what they're capable of through jujitsu. Not
Yeah.
because it happens in jujitsu, but I know that work, that fortitude, that grit, that focus, that trust that conquering of fear will absolutely transfer into the classroom, or has high potential, not absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Has high potential to get over into the classroom, get over into their studies, get over into the way that they try to live as a young person in the world. You know what I'm saying?
And into the relationships, because if you're if you're dedicated at jiu-jitsu, you are a certain type of personality. Now,
Word.
that ultimately becomes the crowd that you're around. So as these kids get older and they start to get into that area, that time of their life when they're going, I quite fancy a part now of whatever
Yeah.
gender it happens to be, the pool in which they are swimming will naturally be the pool that they start to look in. So if they are surrounded by strong men, strong women,
Mm,
calm men, calm women, men and women that are at peace with themselves, hopefully, all being well, that's the kind of partner that they will also
yeah,
look to
bro.
model their relationships on as well. Do you know what I mean?
That's
There's no 8 out of 10s in this room.
Yeah, no, that's hella real. Man, that's hella
You,
dope, man. And that's a beautiful thing to end this on, man. I want to thank you, bro. Tell people where to
I
get
love
at you.
you,
You need
man.
to follow my boy's page. I'm not playing. Tell him what it is.
So if you're on the IG, hit me up at notepad_wisdom. Throw me your throw me a follow. I'll follow you, throw you follow straight
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Get in
My
touch.
boy is dope. My boy is dope.
And
And
if
then
you're in the
hey man,
UK,
hey, what are you guys doing tomorrow?
what are we doing tomorrow? Well, this weekend, at the time of this recording, I just got back today from Silverstone for the Formula One. So I'll be back there again tomorrow. And then
Ooh.
I'll be back there again on Sunday as
You
well.
guys don't do nothing for the fourth out there?
My dad's birthday, strangely enough. It's actually my pops' birthday. But I'm
Tell
not seeing
Pops
him
I said
tomorrow.
happy birthday,
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm saying?
love,
And
man.
happy 4th
Yeah.
of July from
Happy 4th of
America.
July. Yeah, yeah,
From
yeah. Absolutely.
America.
Yeah. And if you're
Feel
in
like I
the
need a
UK, come
cowboy
check
hat and
us out.
start singing something, huh?
Yeah, if you're in the UK as well, come check us out. Bermuda Martial Arts over in Saston, Leicester Shoot Fighters as well in the city centre next to the Leicester
Yes.
Ground. Come see us. We
Yes.
love you,
Hey,
man.
Leicester Shoot Fighters in Bermuda, yo, like, gotta kick it. You know what I'm saying?
So we
Oh,
love you,
my
bro. I
God,
love you, man.
Gracie.
Thank you for your time, man.
Love, man. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, y'all follow my boy. We've had a lot of dope shows. We got more
Mm.
dope shows coming. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty lit. So
Yes.
stay in the mix. I got some more stoic wisdom coming for you. And we just gonna keep rising to the top. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the planet. West